My name is Josetty. I love art and I'm very creative. I am a TV host, an actress, and a fitness lover from Peru. I love putting videos together. I love editing, I love shooting, I love directing them. Get to know me a little better and closer as I'm getting ready to interview the CEO of Luxie Beauty, Connor Riley. So I've learned my lesson, and I remember it's like I need some basic, lessons to just to apply a foundation, to put on myself together, to learn how to do my curls. And I said I should always be prepared. So one thing I've learned from TV, and if this ever helps to anybody, I think you can take my advice. Always get ready to go to an interview or anything, and then they usually on set they have someone to do your touch-ups, but don't expect to get the fully glam makeup. The other thing is that even if there's people out there that know what they're doing, you know your face better than, what are your flaws, what are your wanna highlight. So sometimes you really rely on the makeup artist and you're waiting for that, and they might not do a good job, and it's probably the right moment that you were waiting for. Let's say I wanted to be on a TV set, this important TV set, for, I don't know, for years, and finally the opportunity came through and they did your makeup the way that you don't like, that So with that being said, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the makeup the way I know for sure I'm gonna look good on cameras, or hopefully I'm gonna look on cameras and in my pictures. This is besides learning techniques, what's trending, what's not. This is the products I like, the things I like to do to myself, and if anything you feel like you can use it, go on. So I just applied my foundation, which was this Fenty Beauty with this brush that it's a 508 dual fiber. It worked really good. I actually do my makeup kind of exaggerated, if that's the way to call it, because again, I worked on TV so many years that I know what it works. There's been a lot of times that I put my own shade, my perfect shade, and then on TV I look even darker, and you don't want that. So I might not be the ultimate makeup artist for certain things, but I do know very well what works on TV because I've been there for years.
So Josetty, can you tell me more about, how you became famous in Peru?
Well, I grew up on sets and theaters where my famous dad had to act. That's why I always felt that my path was art and TV. At my short age, the director Osvaldo Catone picked me to be part of Annie. And with that experience in theater, I partnered up with my dad to create a duo and made a circus show. After that, I came back to the US and studied at New York Film Academy. When I went back to Peru, I was overweight. When you are a person that it's public, that can be a tough thing, because now opinions that don't only keep it to themselves sometimes goes on Twitter. If you are in the news and then they have a website, their fan page, sometimes it goes even on their fan page, and it's kind of true when something is to you is true, right? If you're uncomfortable with something and someone makes fun of it, it's okay, it's hurting me because probably it is true. So I was okay, they're bothering me because I'm overweight, and then I said, does it really bother me? And it was, because I was really heavy and it was uncomfortable for me my body was too heavy, and you know you're getting old when you can't read the number. It's 132. It's this beautiful Luxie brush. I'm gonna use it for my nose. So I love fashion, and I wasn't feeling comfortable on the things that I wanted to wear. And I'm like, well, at the end of the day, we all have the answer on us, you know. We can make that change. We can make it like different. We can make it happen. I'm gonna use this 504 large angle for my contouring. So let's take it back a little bit. So I was on TV. I did a lot of soap operas. I was in a dance show also that it was kind of like Dancing with the Stars. But because I was in a soap opera, so the soap opera, they wanted to, you know, promote the soap opera with my participation in the Dancing with the Stars, right? So there's where the bullying came out, you know, because, you know, when it's like dance attires, it's like they're very like little, like, you know, very like, and I always was confident with myself. I didn't care. I'm like, I'm here to dance, and I still make it to the semifinals, I have to say. But social media was really cruel to me. When you're in your comfortable zone, you don't change it. You don't do anything to change anything. And because I said, I'm not a model, I'm not like a real dancer. I'm just like an actress, and that's my career. I don't need to be in shape. So I moved to LA, and the reality was other, you know. And I've noticed that everybody's really hustling to get an opportunity on anything, and they really put themselves into it. Just to put a little example, the influencers, they mostly like, they make their, like, put so much effort to put their setup like with the lighting, and then they have to edit, and then they have to, you know, like, here you have so much more to do. So, and I was like, what I am doing, like, you know, I need to be more, okay, I'm an actress, I dance, but I'm overweight. I can't really like dance that as the way I like, because, you know, I need to do something with my health. So that's what it really pushed me to change my lifestyle. And through discipline, a lot of things changed, because I'm not a runway model, but being fitness, I became a fitness model, and then brands started calling me to you know, to be like the image. And that was like, okay, this is my reward for my consistency, for being, you know, for now being focused on having a healthy life.
Right.
And that motivated me even more. So I did my transformation here in LA, and then I went back to my country, and a lot of like girls got inspired by my story, you know, having a healthy life.
Right.
And it's not much about, I always say, it's not what you do, it's how you do things.
Right.
So they got inspired of how that is being unleashing opportunities. I feel like an influencer is more than that. And an influencer is someone that it shows you how when you are patient, hard work, you really put the responsibility in it, you know, discipline, how you can achieve things. And if I'm here right now, I don't think it's because I'm the best contour, like, you know, I do the best contouring in the world. It's mostly of my ethic of work, of me being hungry to just, like, you know, show the world that how with hard work you can make it happen. You know, and this is what that's what I think and like a really influencer it is, you know. Work hard, be patient, be like, keep yourself together, don't get too excited, because it's like, hey, let me do crazy things so people can see it, so I can get more views. I feel like people can get more inspired of,
like, if you just be yourself,
if you're really being yourself
and be passionate about something that you love. And
I feel like when you really are truthful to yourself, the right people will come along, because sometimes we get crazy because we want all this brands, all this and target everything. And I just, you know what, I have certain values, I have things that I believe, and let me work the way I am, and the right people will come in your path. I love old fashion and couture and Luxie. I just landed in the best right place. Like everything just came along, right? So, are you liking what I'm talking? Maybe I'm being boring, you know, or just.
No.
You like it? You like it?
Yeah, I like it. I like the story.
And this is the way I want to keep it. Like, what I told Connor is like, I might be new here in the US, but I'm not new on TV. I'm not new to cameras, lights, production. I've been on this since I was born, basically. So let me brush my baking, because this is the tapered it's a highlighter, but to be honest, I also like to use where I think it will go on my face. So right now I feel like I can really like brush it up here. Look, I always say something like, to me, makeup, it's an art, and you express yourself the best way you feel like it. If it works, if you look good at the end of the day, who cares?
That's true.
Listen, it's working for me. So, you know, if you don't agree, then you can do on your own face the way you like it, right?
Right.
Everybody should do whatever it makes them happy. So now I'm going to use a 211. It's for concealer, but I use it for this, like a base for my eyeshadows that I'm going to use. So I'm just like basically here to tell you that if someone from other countries or other states that are like trying to pursue this, yes, most influencers have a ton of followers, but still, like, the industry is very little. We're not J-Lo and, you know, and Rihanna. You still have a place to be known. There is a lot of famous people, like they're Latin people, and in America they don't really know them. So just talk to your heart, knock doors. There's a lot of them that are gonna say no to you, but one, the right one, will say yes. So just like, don't let that put you down. The proof of that is that I'm here in San Francisco now, you know? So now I'm gonna use this one that is tapered. That's how you pronounce it, tapered blending, and it's the 205. And I'm gonna grab, here we go. I just love this Jeffree Star palette.
So I know you started with producing movies, doing soap operas. How did you get into makeup?
Well, again, so it's like, so I learned how to like really like put myself together for my interviews, like I was saying. But then I had the regular stuff, like the basic stuff, like just a couple of good brushes, like a one highlighter that, you know what, it works good. That's it. I've never been like a makeup addict or like the new collection is coming, I must have it even when you don't need it, you know. I've never been like that. But I have two of my best friends that they don't even wear eyeshadows and they have every single palette. So they do. There is people are passionate about it, just like even to collect stuff, right? So they were sending me like it's a gift until this day, like brushes, makeup. I know everybody in Peru keeps saying like, we need this friend, like, you know, to have like free makeup. I was like, what am I gonna do with all this makeup? And my fans, because again, like my fans, they love my work, which is I'm a TV host, I'm in soap opera, and I like fashion. It's like, oh, where do you get your clothes? Where do you do this? Oh my God, that makeup looks amazing. So I was like, let me give it a try. Might as well just show them and share with them how do I do my makeup. I didn't know I was gonna have like a huge views, and I used all this makeup that I have from my friends, you know, that they gave me. I was like, okay. And the cute part is like not thank you to this or thank you to that. I was like thanking them. Thanks, Silly, for this. Thanks, you know, Rosenda, for that. My friends. Now people start like really loving it, And then of course then I started like more searching about the brands that I was getting, because to be honest I didn't know like much. I just knew some brands, but I'm not like a makeup junkie to really know about, you know, brands. But then I started like searching and looking at it, and I was like, okay, I got it. And now I'm in it, and now I love it. So, and it worked perfect. It's like it's one more thing that I can add to my profile, you know. I can do my hair, I can put my, I direct how I like to present myself, and I'm just sharing with the world how I make it happen.
Can you also talk a bit more about your fitness journey?
Yes, this is the first time I'm using this one.
The DreamCatcher.
The DreamCatcher. I have the Wonder Woman brushes, and I have a few from the pink ones, and now I'm just getting here to, oh, this is the one I wanted. I want the 213 eye shading. It's cute. It's nice to play. It's like I'm a kid, like with new toys. So, okay, so my fitness journey. Oh, I'm gonna, like, I like to wet my brush.
Oh, that color's gorgeous.
Right?
Yeah.
That's it. So me being overweight, I was a hater of the gym, because I was like, how all of this is ever gonna turn into one muscle? 1 minute on a treadmill takes like forever. So boring. And then I found out about CrossFit. And CrossFit, it did truly change my life, because I wasn't worried anymore about how, like saying like, I'm gonna run so I can lose weight. I'm gonna work my arms, like I'm gonna do this movement so my arms can get toned. I wasn't thinking about that. I was more worried about how I can jump that box. How can I learn to climb that rope? So, because that's what all this class is about. And you work in groups, and you work, you know, with partners. And I was so focused on that. And then I just followed with like a clean eating. And I don't know, by the 6th month, because I really put myself in a goal, and I said, I'm going to like really diet for 6 months, not even cheating on Sundays. I didn't cheat on Sundays. I was like, I'm on a mission. But I didn't worry that much, you know. It's like, okay, I know that I'm gonna eat clean, and I'm gonna like do CrossFit every day, and it will work. And it did. Like by this 5th month, I was like, I started seeing like some definition in my arms. I was like, ah! But I never really cared, because on CrossFit gyms you don't have mirrors, so you don't like, you know, you're really like more worried about like, if you run in a group, get with the group, you know, like just that. So that's my message usually for all my followers. It's like, get together with people that are passionate also like of the same stuff that you really like, because it's easier to focus on, you know, on those things. And don't try to change anybody either, you know, like just let people do whatever makes them happy. Like I always say, create your happiness on your perfect size. Some people, their perfect size is like being super toned and huge and big. Let them be.
So then, after, you know, completing your mission, how did you manage to stay on it?
I'm not saying that the way I am, that's what true. I'm not here to say, oh, I'm beautiful. No, I'm beautiful to my eyes. I'm beautiful to me. I'm happy with myself, because at the end of the day, it's you and your mirror. You know, the whole world can't tell you anything. But if you look at yourself in the mirror and you like what you're seeing, that's all that matters at the end of the day, right? So I was so happy, like the way my clothes was fitting me, how I was looking, that was my motto, just to keep going. It's my lifestyle. And then the happiness I got like after going on a run and all of that, that was like, oh, this is it. This is what I like.
Makeup as well make you feel confident?
Yeah, for sure. Now that I can play. The first time I'm using these palettes, but I'm not afraid. It's like people get too scared sometimes of, like for example, I know after this video, if I post it, I know there are a lot of makeup artists and they say, ooh, that's not the right way. Well, no one was born knowing something. Were you born when you like learn how to edit, take a picture? Did you know how to work? No, right? How am I supposed to learn if I don't
try?
If I don't try, and I'm like not gonna keep doing the same thing over and over. I just like to put my hands into it, and like the worst thing I can do is like I just wipe my face and read like a new day. And then if you're screwing your eyes, just put the biggest eyelashes you can. You'll be fine. Like or not, right?
It's good.
Just put big eyelashes. You're good. That's the secret. Just put your big eyelashes, you know, put some highlighter on, and you'll be fine. The best interviews are the one that you just like really like talking as friends. It's not really like a question answer, like, no, it's like, you know, we're talking,
right,
getting to know each other.
Yeah.
So,
no, but I think what makes, I mean, yeah, because like everyone's gonna have their own opinion, you know, with certain looks and everything. But I think at the end of the day, I feel like it's really what you feel on the inside that shines through. Because if you're happy with yourself, if you're really confident, and you show that through like how you feel, and
yeah, and when you show to people like how like your confidence, that's what it makes people pick you or follow you or like you. Because I've seen, to be honest, girls with like more toned bodies, like with the best makeup, like even better and stuff, and they're super insecure in themselves, and that's not attractive, and even to a guy. So what a guy really like, let's talk about love too. Let's go to another section. So it's like, but when you really show then like, you know, your true self, like I couldn't find my suitcase with my makeup. I was like, no, you don't get it. My face is in there. So it's like when you like make fun of these things and you know, you just like that. That's what it makes you more attractive, more beautiful, more, you know. At the end of the day, that's what it is. What else? It's getting, now it started getting good. Now it's getting good. I love it. I have no idea. We have like,
no, because you know.
Here.
No, it was full. I think the battery just drains pretty fast. We need to definitely buy extra batteries. That's what I put down. I'm really interested in your fitness journey though.
She loves it. It's about makeup and she wants to make it fit. But the other thing.
Oh, I have a question.
Okay.
Wait, did you want to finish what you were going to say?
Yeah. So I was saying is like at the end of the day, people love your vibe. It's not like the huge setup. I mean, if you have the, don't get me wrong, if you have the opportunity of make it the best you can, like let's say we have lights, we have like nice outfits, we have beautiful brushes, we have a team, we have a camera, we have this, oh, let's make this cool shot. Yes, do it. But if you don't, my best advice is just keep putting your content out there. Get people to feel you, to know you. You're inviting like that it's gonna happen. You're like confirming. When you attract that energy, you know. So meaning that if I don't have the light up and the setup, they want to see me. How to like they want to feel related to me. They want to see how I do my makeup. How is people like your stages, how you're growing. So there is videos in my YouTube channel, The Body Nation. If it is in Spanish and you don't get it, but check it out just to see what I'm talking about. I was doing my makeup in my bathroom and that video has a lot of views. But because I just wanted to know how I was doing it. They didn't care if it was like a big line and stuff. And don't you think they're gonna feel inspired? Like, wow, she was there in her bathroom with little, like just with the basic stuff, just doing her makeup. And now I'm here at Luxie. Meaning, just put yourself out there. Create your own projects. Talk, because when you talk, that's what it gives you experience. If you're waiting until it's everything perfect, then you're not living with your true self, like truly, like fully. Again, the influence, the motivation, that's to me the motivation. Talk to me.
Okay, I was gonna say a lot of young girls probably do watch you, and I think, you know, being in high school where there's like bullies, you know, I feel like a lot of young girls are insecure about like certain aspects of either their face, their bodies. How would you have any like advice, or how you got over like any insecurities, or if you are still insecure about anything right now?
Yes, that's another thing you guys didn't know. I'm also a therapeutic clown. What on earth is that? If anyone has ever seen Patch Adams, oh, who is he? Oh, now Google. There is even a movie with him that Robin Williams did. He did it. I used to go to hospitals to talk with kids that have cancer, and in order to try to help them and have compassion, you have to really like deal with everything that is inside you. So my biggest advice is make fun of yourself. Like, face it, cry, do it, deal with yourself, and because sometimes we don't accept things, we want to like block them. You know, when something hurts us, you want to like, I don't want to talk about that. I'm like, no, do talk about it. Say, this bothers me. Talk to people. Tell them. As long as I can control it, I'm going to keep doing it. What I do is, if someone that is hating on me, because you always will have haters and bullies, you know, because they're not happy with themselves. So they want to try to like highlight all your flaws, because we all have like flaws or things that we don't like, you know, whatever it is, you know. Really face them. What I do, I expose them on my social media. I'm like, this person said this, and a lot of people are against that. But but a lot of girls also, they have been telling me, I wanted to wear this for, I don't know, for my prom, but I was insecure because I'm like a little chubby. But because you don't care and you still do the things that you're passionate about, now I don't care what they think. I feel beautiful, and that's all that matters. You know how many people are like have told me like, you're ugly, you're this, you're that, you know, like, and when I'm like in my days that I'm very like toned and muscular, you know, you have a man's body, you have this. Well, I'm proving that none of that has stopping me to be where I'm at right now. When they tell me, thanks to you, I lost weight, thanks to you, now I always wanted my nails in a certain way, and now I finally did it, like, and I don't care what they think, that's like what, like the way I like it, like, I'm more happy. We can relate to that. I don't know if that kind of answers. You know, just, sometimes we don't want to tell people like, this hurts me. I was very happy dancing, being overweight, like just expressing, doing the things I love. But they like insulted me and said so many bad things. It's impossible not get hurt. Like, I don't know why they say this. Like, we're not gonna see it. We do see it. It does hurt. So don't do that, you know, because sometimes people don't think that you're, maybe I'm like being like all this time, even if it's not perfect. I woke up today at 6 a.m. carry all my stuff, you know, and put it here. I'm gonna cry and my makeup's gonna get ruined. Wait a minute. I cannot let that happen. Hold on. So I'm saying is like, you guys don't get it. How much effort just putting this together it does take. We've been like 4 people here. Yes, the CEO was here holding my clothes. We're a team. We're a family. And I bet a lot of companies go through that. It's a lot of us carrying everything. We're like, no, we don't like this. Let's put it down. Let's bring. So imagine all that effort you put, and someone just like from their home doing nothing, they go and, oh yeah, but I don't like that. No, that's not the way to do the eyeshadow. Why do it? Just like, you know what? They're doing something. Hands up, like, bravo, keep going. You're gonna get better at this, like that. Nothing is from day to night perfect. So that's what happens.
So for sure you have a great group of friends and family and a support system to help you get to where you are today. Would you say there was anyone special or?
Oh, my father. He is. That man is the true love, literally. I know every kid like probably love their parents and stuff, but my dad, it's like everything I am. Like, if I have every security in the whole world and I'm the way I am, it's because of him. It's because of him. Mini woman my whole life, because he would take me always to his meetings because he didn't have anyone to leave me with. And I was just like any girl, like just playing as he was working. But then one time I started listening more what he was talking, and then he started giving me little assignments. You know, my dad he never let me talk slangs, like ever. Like, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, or like that. No. He will like really like kill me when it comes to that. He was very perfectionist. He was always like telling me how to dress. Until this day, I still ask him, do you think this is right? Do you think I should do this way? You know, that. So he's being my guide and my mentor through this whole time. That got hit our show that we have in Peru. It's a 4-hour live TV show that the light is good, the decor is perfect, everything. So that, it motivates me just to keep learning. And if you want things to go your way, you're gonna have to be there like for more hours, to put more the effort if you really want. And like when I've done my makeup like more like light, and then I see myself on TV, it doesn't, you know, I feel like TV, it's very magical and it's a fantasy, and you have to like look magical to them, you know, it's that thing. I'm going to do my eyebrows now with the 215 small angle. Now,
Which is a natural.
like now we're gonna use like, you know, the 215 Luxie small angle. Do it. The only way to get it right, it's practicing. Turn on the camera, talk, say it, and it will, like, you know, you'll get that momentum. You'll see. And I'm gonna keep it safe, and it's gonna go on my YouTube channel. So here in a few months, you're gonna see like, wow, that's inspiration. They're gonna be like, oh, she started like that, and I'll look at her. See?
Yeah, Luxie's headquarters.
And Luxie's here for that, you know, from the beginning. They really did me. Okay, so I'm gonna use that brush that I said. Okay. This is the part when everybody usually goes off camera. They do it perfectly, and then they're like, bye. The other thing is, like, I like to do certain things and give it a try so I can learn and keep getting like more, I get more like better at it. But to be honest, sometimes we don't have all that time, or I don't have all that time to like put the concealer on top, clean it inside. It's like so many steps, and I'm like, I just want to look good for a picture, for like my work, my actual work that is usually, you know, be on TV, go, like maybe you're a dancer or something like that, you know, you just want to go to an audition. You don't have all that time, or maybe all the tools, all the money, like, you know, to get all this detailed makeup, you know. So I'm just here to show you how to look decent. What are you guys saying? Oh, we have. I was like, I wish I had a little. We do have. So now I'm gonna use the Luxie 201 brow and lash. How did that come? That was good. Yeah. And then we're gonna draw. And then what do you want to create? It's that. That's how they talk, right?
Yeah.
What you're creating, it's that natural motion. As you go down, it will look, you know, so you just brush it, and you want to highlight that beautiful shape. That's how they talk, right? Listen, before I make a guru,
Yes.
I'm an actress, so actors are good at becoming something that we're even not. So if you have a role as a police, my mission is to copy them, like copy like their actions. I might not know how to shoot a gun, but it's to mimic that. That's what it made me fell in love with CrossFit, because I saw that every girl was like really like putting the ponytail up like that, and then they were looking like superheroes. Like, oh, I want to look cool like that. Cool like that. I want to use those little shorts, and I want to look like Wonder Woman. Then is when Wonder Woman became my, you know, my fake character. But yeah, their hands, how they, this typical thing, which a lot of people copy when it doesn't even work. So they usually people when they go like this, it's because so the camera can really focus on the name of it. But I've seen people like even when their phones they go like that. Like, why you're even doing it? And sometimes you can't even see the name, but they still do it. So I'm here to tell you all the little details that no one knows or didn't win. I'm gonna use the 2710 pencil. I don't even know if it's for that, but it totally like fits under my eyebrow for some highlight. Where's my eyelashes?
Your eyelashes up like that.
Oh yeah.
So cute.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do a boomerang. I'll be right with you. Wait, hold up. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wait, one more. Or
more?
like this.
Okay. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
To me, the best is this duo. It's like it doesn't come out with anything. Like it's really strong. You always let it dry a little bit. This. Just tell me that it's true what I talk about, like when you're not blending good and when you're not like just get a big eyelash, you'll be fine.
Yeah, those lashes are really nice.
So look at check this. This is like, what did she do to her eye? And then it's like, wow. And then once that is there, what I like to do is like then I just like keep like perfection and a little bit the blending. Because sometimes it gives me like the better picture of it. Like girl, look at that difference. Just keep perfectioning and blending it, then you can play a little bit. But listen, I don't know if I did or not good my makeup, but every time I arrive anywhere, people like just... My dad always says, I don't care what it takes, like give me results. The results is once I get my makeup done right now, and you're gonna see with my jewelry, with this, my outfit, everything's gonna be like, wow, that's all that matters. At the end of the day, it's the end, like result.
Yeah, I think I remember you from Gen Beauty. You're wearing green, right?
Yeah, I wore green one day, and then you saw me on the green.
Yeah. I was like, wow.
You see? She was like,
look at
see?
her. I remember
Look
her.
at her. See? And you know, everybody keeps writing me like, where are those eyelashes from? They're like from Lash Pop Lashes. I cannot wait for them to sponsor me. Because, especially this, and the name is Send Nudes. It's like now that I have the better picture how this is coming along, then I like to play with certain colors. It's that Jeffree Star is really pigmented, so I really have to be careful so I don't like screw the bottom. So then I'd like to grab a fluffy brush. We're gonna use a large powder, 502 by Luxie. Everything's Luxie here, okay?
Coming natural.
You're gonna be like one day when I'm like super big and super famous and more than 1 million followers in the US, you're gonna be, that's my baby girl. I saw her cry. And if we ever fight, you can say, remember when you don't even know how to grab a brush? You can always bring me down to earth.
I would never do that. That's not me.
I like to use the fluffy brush so I can kind of like blend again everything. Like for years. And I won't use another eyeliner ever other than this. This one, you can cry, you can sweat, you can go in a pool, everything, and it won't come off. It's like this MAC liquid liner.
That's what I need then.
Oh, like trust me, like yeah. Sometimes when I'm not like I don't have time to do all my makeup, I'll put like lashes, my line, and red lips, and I focus on my contouring and my my blush and stuff like that. But this is it. And one thing I have to do, regardless the line that I put on top, I like to put it under. It's like, let's say you're in a club and you start kind of like it starts like melting your makeup and you have all that. This prevents it. So I put it down and then on top I put the eyeshadow.
Oh.
That's it. Anyway, when I take a picture and I'm even sweaty, it's like, but you have makeup. So wait, I'm gonna grab this one. But you have to be careful because it's very like dense.
Oh.
Just be yourself. Okay, this is not working. No, this is it. See the response of it. There is no guide for how to live life. You know, there's not a book and someone's like, live life like this way. Because not what I do, it might, for somebody, like that might not be happiness. It's like, there's not a guide, a right way, you know, just give it a try. Whatever is in your heart and really sparkling inside you, just get it out. That's what I love from Luxie, that they just like let me be. You've been missing all the gossip. We're beyond being quiet. We're just having a nice conversation, friends.
It got really deep.
Our wonder, yeah, it got deep. It got deep. Got deep.
Oh shit,
Well, that's what I
real.
want. People
It's
don't-
authentic.
Yeah, it's like
No, got nothing.
at the beginning, I was like, oh, like, well, I can't, like, super nervous. Now I'm like, we're using the 221 kind of, right? I'm like, hi.
She's a natural.
No, this is cute. I feel like that's gonna be like, you know, the motivation. People's gonna get motivated, like, oh, how she started, now what it is. Here to show you that there's no excuses, that you can still make it happen.
Yes.
Right?
Dreams are real and they do come true.
They are. And I
You just gotta work hard.
And that's why I'm here. No, you better say that because I'm putting a lot of effort. All right.
No, but your eyelashes. Did you guys
That's
brush
the
your
eyelash. We
eyelashes?
talk about the eyelashes.
Because I had a hard time.
Huh?
We all have a
I told Connor that I've been lately like so into poking.
Oh, I
He
know
said
a
that
good pokey
there is
spot.
one. Yeah, he mentioned. I don't know if that's.
Oh my god, let's go to this pokey spot. There's also this new place that just opened up, but it's like smoothies, but they're like meal.
And then I was talking about like people, like I want to show people it's not just like sometimes haters, they will say like, that's not the right thing to do, the makeup.
Yeah.
Sometimes you bring people down by saying that and they don't see how much it took. So it's like I did all this and
you're telling me,
you're telling me that, why don't you come here and give it a try?
Yeah.
At least like put a little effort on it and then tell me like, you know, and then you'll
And
be
then
like
say
more
something.
accomplished.
Yeah.
You'll be more like instead like what you should do is like tell people great job, you're doing great, keep getting better, like good, you got this, like you should encourage them, you know, like hey guys, you're doing an awesome job or stuff, you know. Okay, you had all in that in tape, right?
Yes.
Because sometimes the money, like I get inspired, but you have to be like, you have to make sure you catch it. So once my lashes are like on, then I put a mascara under so I can, you know, blend. And then what I do is like I put them together like this so it can like look even more
natural.
We all know it's still fake because who has these lashes like naturally, right? But I'm saying like, so it can blend better.
Yes.
And that way, believe it or not, I feel like they're more like stuff. Like I like, well, that's the way I like. I'm gonna use this little wipey. It's a Luxie wipey, of course.
And it smells really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it does. So I can like clean kind of my hands so I don't like get anything by mistake on my face. It took me so long to do it. Now I'm gonna put my mascara under.
Oh wow, I didn't even know you could do that.
What do you mean? Put mascara under?
Like put mascara that way. Because I would always think that
You go like this?
yeah.
Oh, really? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I... Do you agree?
No, I think that's...
You never thought about it?
Yeah, I've never even thought about it. I think that's why, like you said, you know, like you can learn something from anyone.
Yeah, that's why, like, there's a lot of things I'm like, I don't like that. Ooh, I like that. Like, you can always grab something from somebody.
Yeah, because I never even thought of using it like that. I think that's so great. I mean, like, I would be like, oh well, I need to have like a liner, you know, like. But then I'm like, if you could do that with your mascara wand, why not? You know.
Wait, what do you mean?
Because you were applying it like you were doing it with like a pencil.
Instead of like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even know that they do that. Okay, so now it's all kind of like even more blended. You know? So now I love this brush. It's all about.
Do you have a favorite brush so far?
I like this one. I love like for blending.
Uh-huh.
I feel like when you have a good blending brush, it makes it easier. Like, you know, like I feel like if you having a problem with like you know, cut, like something looks too like that, this one it can help you like to look it smoother. Like it helps for that. So this is so far my favorite brush, which is the 205 taper blending brush. Okay.
Oh, that's great.
Now, hey, we're gonna be resourceful with something.
Okay.
This one is called Ouch. And it's like kind of like you see like bronzy.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
You can always, and then just from minus to more. Like don't get crazy because then maybe you can like even mess it up even more.
Right.
So you just go a little bit and see how it works.
Oh, that really works.
You see? So you can always
improvise.
try.
No, but I really love how you can improvise too, because like I think with a lot of things, you know, sometimes it doesn't go your way. But if it doesn't, you gotta work with it.
So I'm gonna use again this like a nose perfector brush, and I'm gonna like just again go with that little powder that I was saying. You know. I always highlight, you know, we have this little flat part here. And now I'm ready. Just recently became fan of Jeffree Star, not too long ago, but the reason I like it is because of all the details, how he works, you know, everything's just so perfect. He's so worried about like even his hands, you know, his nails, his hair, you know, his house, and it really reminds me a lot of like, you know, my vibes of the things I like. I feel very, very related and inspires me to that's what I like, you know, it's like you relate with certain like influencer. You're like, oh yes, that's my vibe, that's what I like, you know. So there is, if you don't like what I do, there is always other people that you can relate to. So yeah, so with that being said, it's like when I saw Jeffree, it's like, oh, there's other makeup artists there, but I just like in general everything that he does. And because of that reason, I bought his palettes. So in my case, it's not even for, I never saw before videos of him doing makeup. It's like what he talks, how he expresses that. And with Bradman too, to be honest, it's like I watched more videos of him being funny, like him, like his experiences, how he doesn't let anything stop him, you know? He will just record with his phone. He was putting like his backdrop, it was just like a piece of cloth, like like just like that, and that he'll preview that he was like at the end looking perfect. So what it makes me get his palettes because I'm a fan of him. I don't know if he does the best makeup or not or anything. It's his vibe, and he doesn't live in the US, so he's a living proof that you can make things happen either when you are like far away, like in another country. I like that.
Ooh,
look at this.
That's really pretty.
This is really pretty. I opened it and I was like, oh, I like that they're huge. Like they're big. So I'm gonna use this color Honest. I just like to pat it because I'm afraid that if I just go like this, it's gonna come like a big chunky thing. And I like to go in circles so it goes like even more blended. And if you still feel like you have like a line with the highlighter, it will blend.
Right.
So I don't really worry because I feel like the highlighter is the other solution for everything. So this is the final look after being, what? Almost like a lot of hours. Sometimes, maybe, I don't know what is it gonna come down to it when I edit this. Probably like an hour. But I just wanted to literally kind of have like a more intimate talk. Sometimes I stayed quiet, like thinking what I'm feeling and just processing. I'm like more real like that. I just like to show like my true self at the end of the day, and so you can probably feel related or maybe not, whatever it is, you know. It's like you give it a try. Just give it a try. Whatever you feel, it's in your heart, let it out, and then you'll take it from there. Now, after being so many hours figuring out how this whole influencers beauty guru thing works, now I'm gonna like fix my hair a little bit, put on the other part of my outfit, and I'm gonna get in like an interview with the CEO. Oh my God, I'm super nervous because like I'm on TV, I know, but it's like, it's interesting. Maybe after this, maybe he won't call me anymore, and then that's it. It's over. My dreams are crushed. Or maybe he'll like falls in love with me more, and like I become maybe the next face of like, who knows, right? Let's just be yourself.